So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Haskins. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one. Better pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Landry now on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Mayfield to throw it.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Haskins on 3rd down.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. So that'll back them up 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Haskins will throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. They'll run on first down. It's Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Haskins.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Malik Jackson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked up by Grant Delpit.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him. But still, 3 interceptions, that puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. Rolling to his left. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They'll run with Harris. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork.
And Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A short kick taken at the 18.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Haskins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense. They'll keep you in the game to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Browns drive about to get started.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. McLeod to return it. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Haskins now off the bootleg.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action. Haskins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Odell Beckham Jr., the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down at 4.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike. I got it.
Now it's Haskins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Haskins to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz,
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
and the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
The ball comes out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Haskins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Haskins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield rolling to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here's McLeod on the return. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now Haskins on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Haskins. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. The 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead, and unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College? High school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to look deep now for Landry. This is intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Haskins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of those overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Lucky. Push him back. Push him back. Check. 55 to Mike.
They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. CD, this defense, man. At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Check 30.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.